Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Brendan and here we teach that you can manifest anything if you can believe. Now today I want to talk to you about how you have already shifted into your ideal reality where you have everything that you could possibly desire. But this is how you stay there, right? We're constantly shifting through states of consciousness, which are outpicturing, creating our physical experience or reality. They manifest as people, environments, circumstances. And a state of consciousness, as defined by Neville Goddard, is an attitude of mind made up of a body of beliefs. So I want to pull from a couple of different lectures from Neville here to help you understand how we can die to our former states of consciousness, ones of lack, limitation, and overall desiring, so that we can maintain the feeling, right? Staying in our ideal shifted state of reality where everything we desire is right here, right now. So what I want to do is mention a couple lectures which are That Which Has Already Been, which I've mentioned recently, and The Art of Dying, which I've talked about several times. I can leave a link to the most recent discussion of The Art of Dying in the description. In the lecture, That Which Has Already Been, before quoting William Blake, he says, "Reason divides the natural man of sense from the man of imagination." Blake says, "Those who restrain desire do so because theirs is weak enough to be restrained, and the restrainer or reason usurps its place and governs the unwilling. And being restrained, it by degrees becomes passive, till it is only the shadow of desire. If you desire the recovery of a friend or anything in this world, do not restrain it, for then reason will restrain it." Now, the reason I mention this quote is because we are often feeling maybe like we have to restrain our desire or pretend that it's not there in order to assume the state of fulfillment. A lot of us are really trying to get to a place where we aren't desiring anymore. We're trying to be satisfied. But when your desire is only so strong as to make you feel disappointed about what you don't have, it's not strong enough to move you from one state to another. It's not strong enough to get you to really consistently assume your wish fulfilled, to really assume the mental diet that is only allowing that which is in alignment with fulfillment of your desire right here, right now, into the feeling nature of the subconscious mind. When we are passive with only the shadow of our desire, then we allow the mind to do whatever it will and begin to think we're doing something wrong or that we need some other new technique that we haven't heard of yet. But the truth is, our desire hasn't become so strong that we learn to die to our former state of consciousness. That's why I want to mention The Art of Dying, where Neville teaches how to die mentally to what you formerly were, that you may assume yourself to be that which you desire to be, and therefore see it outpictured as the fulfillment of your desire in physical reality. In The Art of Dying, he says, "If you want to know a man, you've got to get behind his words, even behind his thoughts, to the beliefs from which they spring. So I am the sum total of all of my beliefs." So this is crucial because you understand that your beliefs are the place from which your thoughts and your words come from, okay? So your thoughts are a projection, so you can use those to understand what your core beliefs are. And since your reality is made up of yourself, it's a projection of yourself, which is the sum total of all your beliefs, you can say, okay, I find myself thinking often about the how, the when, the if. I find myself often feeling or thinking fearfully with doubt, worry, or impatience. And then you know from there that your consistent state of being, which is your dwelling place, right? That state of consciousness to which you return most often constitutes your dwelling place and will then be outpictured into your world. So, if you notice these thoughts within you, don't judge yourself, but understand that if you will increase your desire to the level of burning desire, not restraining it, trying to control it, thinking that is the path to fulfillment, instead increasing desire to the point where you will not accept anything other than its fulfillment right here, right now, when you do that, then you become so willing to observe your mind and your thoughts and your feelings and dig into your core beliefs at any and every moment of the day so you can say, is this really in alignment with my end? If I have my desire fulfilled now, does this thought, does this feeling, does this belief make any sense whatsoever? And only when your desire is that strong, that powerful, that you won't allow anything that is out of alignment with fulfillment now into the feeling nature of your subconscious mind will you truly begin to transform, moving from your present state of limitation into that ideal state. And that plays into staying in that state. If you've shifted, if you feel great, you must persist in knowing that you are that being now. If old thoughts, feelings, or beliefs of negativity, lack, desiring are coming back into the mind, you have to still stay on top of it. It is possible that you could manifest what you desire, and by allowing your mind to get lazy, right, you can fall back into the former state. That's why I want this video to help you stay where you desire to be. So to give you an example of staying in your desired state, I'm currently in my ideal relationship. I manifested it using a technique given by Dr. Joseph Murphy in The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. I elaborate deeply on it, along with many other ways to manifest and maintain your ideal relationship in the Manifest Anything workshop. It's also included in the Manifestation Mastery System. Of course, I'll leave a link. So in this ideal relationship, I may be at a point where things will come up, environments, circumstances, conversations that may inspire me to feel maybe fearful, doubtful, worried, or thinking that something is wrong. Now, this is something that is natural. It happens to everyone. No matter whether you're in a loving relationship or it's a relationship with a friend or family member, you're going to have times where things feel out of alignment. But when your desire is that strong, when you really learn to die to your former state, then you know that you will not allow these thoughts and feelings. You're not going to go down that route and explore the idea of negative what ifs. You have to stay so strong in your conviction that this is what you desire to maintain, that you desire to stay shifted in your ideal reality, that you don't allow the mind to do what often we're trained or programmed to do. We're taught, maybe through Instagram, maybe through TikTok, to think about the negative. Oh, what is that person doing? What are they doing? Is it going to hurt me? It's all coming from fear, right? The fear of something going wrong, or the fear of not being loved or being accepted. So you have to learn to really die to it. And that comes from that intensity of desire, of course. You don't get lazy once you have what you want. You still want it, right? You want to maintain it, right? So then you have to stay strong in that conviction that you won't allow your mind in any way to return to the former way of being. Neville says further in The Art of Dying, "If I am made up of all my impressions, all of my beliefs, and I believe you to be injured, and that injury need not be physical in the sense that you are physically hurt. It could be that you are financially hurt. It could be that you are now being disgraced. It could be in 1,000 ways. So if I believe this, because here are the facts, I'm confronted with facts. I'm called upon to exercise my talent and put something in its place. Therefore, if I put something in its place, I've got to give up that impression that I hold of you being hurt. Giving it up, if I am the sum total of all of my beliefs, in giving up any belief, I die. I die by giving up any belief that I now entertain. And so, every kindness to another is a little death in the divine image," as Blake said. So this is what you do. You seek out the ways you can die mentally to your former state of being. And that's how you maintain where you have shifted into. You've got it. You're in the feeling. You know your end. You have it all here and now. So whether it's here physically or you just know it in the reality, capital R, of imagination, you remain faithful to it. And you do it daily. As Paul said in 1 Corinthians, "I die daily." So it doesn't mean you're physically dying, of course, because if you died today, you would not be able to have a body to die tomorrow. So, of course, it's a mental death. It's a spiritual death to the former state of being, which is made up of what you believe to be true, right? So you're no longer going to believe that your friend is in need of a job. You die to that former state and you raise him up by assuming the belief that he has the ideal job, making a wonderful income, great coworkers, everything is perfect. And no matter what it looks like, you remain in that new state of being. You have new life in that you assume a new belief, a new self, really, because your self is the sum total of all your beliefs. And whether you're doing this for others or for yourself, that's how you maintain the state. You die to all other ideas. You die to anything that is out of alignment with fulfillment right here, right now. So I just want to mention here, I've recently released a full thanks and praise technique guide. You can get monthly access to it as a member of the VIP Discord, which of course has many other benefits. I'll leave a link in the pinned comment description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.